Welcome back, everybody, to the studio where we talk about movies, react to trailers, and hang out. Today, we're going to be reacting to the new trailer, the official trailer for The Creator. I'm really looking forward to this film starring John David Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Really looking forward to this because Greg Fraser is the director of photography.
Yeah,
which is always a good time.
It's always a fun time.
Always.
It's
No, that's not
visually
debatable.
stimulating, but I mean, is the film a fun time? Who knows?
That's the question.
Who knows? It might be visually stimulating.
Look, it is always.
It remains to be seen.
Let's go ahead and watch this. React to it. We'll give our thoughts afterwards. So let's enjoy it together, everybody.
When the war started, they protected me.
Are we watching
Better care
Oppenheimer?
of me than humans would have.
They're not people, Maya. It's just programming.
10 years ago today, the artificial intelligence created to protect us detonated a nuclear warhead in Los Angeles. This is a fight for our very existence.
Sergeant Taylor, we are this close to winning the war. But the AI are developing a super weapon. Retrieve it. Or they win.
Little boy.
Did you locate the weapon?
Yeah, it's just a kid.
Are you going to heaven?
No. You gotta be a good person to go to heaven.
Then we're the same. We can't go to heaven because you're not good. And I'm not a person.
Do you have any idea what the thing is?
She looks like a little girl now, but she's growing. Whoever has that kid wins the war.
Who said you want that?
What do you want, sweetie?
For robots to be free.
Oh, we don't have that in the fridge. How about ice cream?
Ooh,
Oh. Holy cow.
what do you have to say, Wyatt? Because I know you were you had a lot to say last time that we got a trailer teaser for this.
Yeah.
Look, this is the beginning of a genre that is going to become tired. But right now it's fun, right?
What, large scale epic sci-fi?
No, AI.
Oh, AI.
Yeah.
AI robot ethics.
So the large scale sci-fi, what you said, Wyatt, to use your terminology, is cool, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I do not want to see, and I don't even know if that's what this will be, but I don't want to see like a Last of Us where it's, the main protagonist is protecting the main, like the thing, the cure,
the MacGuffin.
the cure for the epidemic, the bomb, the special. I don't want to see the main guy protecting the little
Deus
kid.
Ex MacGuffin.
I don't want to see that, but I do want to see like how they could do this and not make it all about that. Then it would be interesting to me.
Well, I think if this has to be a really healthy balance of if that's the story, they got to make John David Washington's character interesting. And they've got to have a healthy balance of exploring the world and the guardian / protectee relationship of
Right.
taking care of the person. And you're right, not have it be the same kind of story that we've seen a million times with you got to protect the thing.
Right.
You've got to make the characters interesting. You got to make the world interesting, because if you go too far in one direction where everything looks great and the world is super dynamic and has, such scope and depth, that the main characters don't feel like main characters. They feel like they're just moving through the story,
Wait a
so that we
minute.
can look at the world.
I gotta ask
The
this.
creator's not a book or anything, is it?
I don't think so.
Uh, hear me out. This is a wild theory I'm throwing out there. Probably not true.
All right, we'll get through it quickly because I have some thoughts, and you cut me off.
Well, my theory's better. It's Blade Runner. Washington's character is also an AI robot. There we go.
But that's not the story of Blade Runner.
It's not, but the second one, he is the
The
Gosling's character is a replicant.
Yeah.
Well, he is a replicant, but he thinks he's something more. Which is the interesting concept. Go ahead with your thoughts, Joe.
Well, I was just gonna say, this whole thing with the AI, we're seeing it pop up in more and more new movies. Now, I know AI is becoming more prevalent because it's entered society through, Chat GPT, through all kinds of cool AI generating art, even programs that I use on the daily, like the Adobe Suite package. Everyone's adding AI tools to their work. So it's interesting to see how movies, including this one, are starting to. It's like everyone's been aware of AI, but instead of just like generic, the robots are taking over. Now it's AI, artificial intelligence, and robots that are associated with that AI are now becoming very prevalent in movies as well. And it's interesting to me because 2 years ago, when these movies were being developed in pre-production, we weren't like AI wasn't out in the public yet, right? Now all these AI movies are coming in right as AI is actually entering the real world space. And so it's just very good timing for these movies because what would happen if ChatGPT comes out, next year this time? Well, these movies were a little bit before the times, right?
Yeah,
But if
now
you
they're all
take
coming out now.
if you take the whole production into view, well, they were before the time, which is right, perfectly aligned with the advancement. So it's interesting. I think they're going to see a lot of success just because of this. And most movies over the next few years are going to see a lot of success if they're dealing with AI, simply because of dealing with AI. People are interested in the concepts around AI. What are the ethics with it?
It's not a concept that we haven't seen before.
No.
Going all the way back to like
iRobot.
Way back. No, I was going back to Astro Boy.
Okay. Way back there.
Way back.
iRobot's an old story too.
Yeah, Isaac Asimov, and the laws of robotics, 3 laws of robotics, and the morality of artificial intelligence. We've seen these movies and these stories for a long time, and you're right. It is interesting that it's coming out right now.
Well, even people that have never been interested in AI before, or even sci-fi before, right? They're going to be really interested in the creator, right? Because it's going to be tackling AI ethics and interactions that people have to deal with robots as robots enter our stratosphere, as robots enter our everyday life. So we're going to be contending with this in real life, a version of it. And it may not turn into warfare and global catastrophe like the creator might insinuate, where we go fall into war, but everyone wants to explore all the different topics and ideas around it. and it's going to become mainstream to want to explore it, not just the nerds who really like sci-fi. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's well timed. Kudos to whoever's the director of Rogue One is what it keeps saying.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. He has to definitely focus not on like an ensemble cast that he doesn't flesh out, because that was what Rogue One did. It was like the movie had a
He
very
learned
clear
from his mistakes,
story.
Wyatt.
Maybe
It had a
not.
very clear story, like we knew what was happening, but none of the characters felt like good character, like, well, except for maybe the robot. So there's something.
Well, so when does this come out? Did it say, is it coming out the end of this year or next year?
I didn't see.
The end of this year, I'm guessing.
Let's see here. The creator, does it say at the
That
very
even
end?
looks like the Rogue One font.
September.
September 29th.
So this year, very quickly.
Wow, very quick.
Yeah.
They're doing the Avatar way of water method. Don't start advertising till right before it comes out.
Get it out. Whip it out.
Look, I'm excited. I'm excited mostly because of Greg Fraser.
Yeah,
Mostly.
I'm so looking forward to how this movie looks.
It's gonna look incredible, like these trailers look incredible. So that's all my thoughts.
Yeah,
I'm sure as more comes out. Oh, keep our eyes out, everybody, for like how they filmed it videos, because I would be willing to bet that there's a really interesting story behind the production of this movie because Greg Fraser involved, especially with the volume technology or even advancing volume technology.
Maybe.
We'll post one. I'll post one at some point if there is a cool story behind it. But I'd be willing to bet there's some cool behind the scenes stuff with this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Hey, thank you for subscribing and liking the video.
Oh.
And we'll see you next time.